who's been a favorite character of yourself that it shouldn't be your favorite character, but the one that you thoroughly enjoyed playing, and if you could do it all over again?
Well, it's a tie between two characters from my favorite because they're apples and oranges. Very, very different. Let's see. Yeah, they're both on the screen behind me. You see the cowboy?
Yes, I see that.
Cowboy Bebop, that's Punch from Cowboy Bebop.
Nice.
And Wormmon from Digimon.
And there you have it, in an unexpected twist.
Yes, love that Wormmon. Wormmon was the sweetest, cutest, nicest, most pathetic, sad, little lovable guy that you just wanted to pick up and take care of, right? That's what he was. Because he was so put upon and so upset all the time. So there was a lot of heart in that character. There was a lot to play. The writing was wonderful too. Punch, on the other hand, was the weirdest character I've ever played. I was approached by the executive producer of that production because he was given what they normally are given, the list of characters and what are called the breakdowns, okay? The breakdown of a character essentially says he's 32 years old, he's been a warrior for 10 years now, and he's just becoming a commander. And yet he lacks confidence, and so they'll give you a little bit of background of who the person is and what's going on with them. From there, you need to come up with the voice, do the performance for the audition, that sort of thing. Well, when the exec, whose name was Kevin, called me up, he said, well, they gave me a breakdown of this character, and you were the only one I could think of. I said, oh, well, what is it? They said, well, they said he needs to sound Mexican, but he needs to sound Texan also. And he's black. And I thought for a second, and you thought of me. Now, one reason he did was because I'm a dialectician, and I'm an accent specialist, and I'm a linguist. Okay, these are all self-studied things again. I never went to college.
Don't go tell anybody.
Pinky swear, everybody.
Pinky swear now and for now.
Paul St. Peter goes, never tell anyone, pinky swear. But he knows I do the accents and the dialects. So he said, can you do two accents at one time? And I said, no, you can't do two accents at the same time, but I will change accents in the middle of a sentence for you. And that's why Punch sounds so weird. Our greeting, which we created, it was not on the script. Mary Elizabeth and I created the greeting that we had at the beginning of the show, which is, shucks howdy, how y'all doing? Okay, so I begin by saying, shucks howdy in one accent, and I go, how y'all doing, like a cowboy, to finish up. And I would change in the middle of a sentence at various different places, and it was up to me when to do it. I would say, if this one here's a real doozy. Adios, mi compañeros, you know. No, the Spanish I learned, oh, thank you. The Spanish I learned, and the accent that I was using there was the Chicano accent from living in San Diego all those years, okay? As opposed to the one I've been hearing in Los Angeles for a long time. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué puedo? What is your problema? ¿Qué onda, negrito, So being in LA, I picked up the Cholo. But the one that I used was what I was hearing all those years in San Diego. And so they said, we want you to sound this way and then sound this way. So that's what I threw out there. And Mary was telling me that she and Kevin would get together and they would review material. In the film industry, they used to be called rushes, or they call dailies sometimes now. Or they will go ahead and get all the people together, director, producer, actors, and all that, and watch what they shot that day. How does it look to you? Do we need to redo it? Is the lighting good? Etc.
Perspective from
a handful. And so if they're making any mistakes, they can turn around and fix them, you know, or just reset everything. And so they would get together, and Mary was telling me, yeah, Kevin would kind of chuckle at some other things, you know, if he heard something funny, he would kind of go, haha, funny. But every time he heard your stuff, he was doubled over laughing. Because it was, and still is to this day, the weirdest I've done. I have to say apples and oranges, and can't pick a favorite because they're so different. And just in terms of heart, it would be definitely Wormmon. In terms of just something strange that we had the most insane fun with, absolutely Punch, yeah.
That's great. I mean, now you know you can go to your local barrio and pick up an accent to be a voice actor now.
I'm your guy.
So,